Alright, what's good, y'all? Today, man, I'm just want to talk about, in terms of like dealing with relationships and shit, just being present and letting go, especially because that's one of my biggest weaknesses. It happened to me once again, like a few days ago, when I just started living too much in my own head and worrying about things that don't happen, that are just all, imagination. As Seneca says I'm pretty sure it was Seneca though. I'm pretty sure. But basically, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. And the moment that you're in that state, suffering, it's hard to like remember that. I've been practicing stoicism and all that for the past 3 years, and a lot of times I do remind myself that, but the moment you start getting triggered in certain things, and the moment you're in that state, you don't immediately, maybe I'm just not that good yet, but I can't just immediately flip that switch and then just bring myself back. But it's a lot less of repeating the statement of like, oh, we suffer more imagination than reality, but more so really embodying it. As Marcus already said, do not argue what a good man should be one. And so you want to really embody your philosophy, and you don't have to like repeat it as in like a mantra, or like, it doesn't have to be a reminder, because it has to be a part of you. You have to be able to do that because that's you. You have to be able to bring yourself back and remind yourself, because I didn't really think of that saying up until I got myself out of my head. The turning point that I got at that time was more like, why am I worrying about this so much? It's kind of more like a it is what it is mindset. In a sense, it feels a lot more like cynicism than stoicism, when I thought to myself of like, you know what, whatever happens, it doesn't fucking matter, because it's out of my control. Pretty much, no matter what somebody else does, bro, that's not gonna be in your control. It doesn't have to be a responsibility. You don't have to let that dictate what you do, what you feel. That does not have to control you, especially when it isn't even happening. Like, to me, if somebody does me wrong, that's on them. That's their problem, not mine. If they continue to do right, then cool, but none of that is in my control. And you shouldn't try to control other people, because you can't. All you are able to do is do what you gotta do, like control how you're gonna react, control how you're gonna move, how you're gonna navigate, maneuver, depending on what happens. You can't control the circumstances. You can influence them. You can be the best that you can be, but that doesn't guarantee everything else out of your control will go your way, and that's fine. That's completely fine, man. Why would you take away your ability to live now, to be present, to just accept and be grateful of what you've got in your life right now, by suffering imagined troubles, by just worrying about things that A, doesn't happen, and B, you cannot do anything about, you cannot control? So that was one of the biggest realizations that really clicked in my head. It's like, why would I take away my ability? Why would I take this moment away from myself by worrying, when I could be living right now, like when I could be doing my best, when I could be living my life? At the end of the day, I guess this is kind of like a mix of philosophies. It went from like stoicism to cynicism, and now it's kind of more like Miyamoto Musashi type shit. It's like staying on your path, just staying to your path, staying in your lane. Whoever comes along, if they're along for the ride, cool. If they leave, they leave, but you don't want to be led astray by other people's paths. And that may sound like you don't care about people, but no, it's just because you care about yourself a lot. And you understand, you realize that you're not gonna be able to take care of everybody because you gotta take care of yourself. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody, man. So remind yourself when you're in that state, number one is to accept the fact that you are actually feeling a certain way. You're feeling anxious, feeling paranoid, you're overthinking, you're feeling lost, and you're just in your head too much. You want to accept that fact first. You don't want to run away from how you feel. You need to fully accept your emotions first before you can move on from it. Those emotions, those feelings will manifest subconsciously and they will come out. And it's better that you accept and move from it rather than run away from it and wait for it to catch your ass. I know that sounded so philosophical, and then all of a sudden just say catch your ass. I say it in a mean way of like whatever happens happens. You know, it sounds very cynical, but I think that acceptance of circumstances is what allows you to move forward. Because to me, my main priority is to not be stuck. I want to always just continue moving forward and continue improving, continue getting better, and whatever, you know, obstacle is the way. Whatever comes across my path, whatever obstacle I face, I consider that as a way to grow. I consider that as a way to challenge me, and it is something that I ask for. You know, if I ask for success, then I'm gonna have to deal with problems that come with success. If I ask for becoming an amazing artist, I'm gonna have to deal with the problems of becoming an amazing artist, aka studying, aka my head absolutely hurting studying fucking theories and shit. You guys can see my old videos of my practices. Those are just a sneak peek, but I was practicing like a fucking maniac at those times, and I had no life at all. But that's what you gotta ask for. So accept all the obstacles that come my way and figure out how I can turn that around. Because you can only see it as two things. You can see it as something that's stopping you or something that's forcing you to grow. And lastly, the moment that you get that feeling of whatever happens, remind yourself that why would you take away your ability to live life right now? Why would you take away your ability to just be in the present moment and do what you actually have to do? Do what's important instead of living inside your own head and worrying, which does nothing. Waste enough yapping. Be present, y'all. Live life, accept what comes your way, figure out a way how to make it as a positive, figure out how it can make you grow, and don't take away your ability to live life right now. Live in the moment and do what you gotta do from worrying. I'ma see y'all, man. Yeah.